Omika Arma. In this video, I would like to explain about managerial accounting material on this third semesters with my lectures, Prof. Sample.
So here the material that I will explain. First is decision tree, second activity-based costing, financial due diligence, management control system, strategic planning, balance scorecard, and long run.
First is decision tree. Decision tree is an analysis and modeling tools used to make decision or predict outcome based on input data. Here, the example of the decision tree analysis. The ABC company sell premium skincare product. I would like to know their decision for the various options for the actions, the features. First is expansion of business unit. Second is new product line of shower gel, and the third is do nothing. First is expansion of business unit. If the company expand the business, we have the two option again or two leaf node, the possible outcome of each actions. For the action expansions, here we have two. First is 40% change of increasing in market share with the profit and the loss, and also if they want to new product or launch new product, they will have 50% change of success and 50% change of failure. With the profit and loss, we can see in the pictures. And then the third is do nothing. If do nothing, 40% change of increase in market share, 60% change of the threat from competitors. So here the profit and loss for the pictures. So if we already know the decision tree, you know for based on the analysis what options for action that can company should make or should take for the futures. Or activity-based costing is a costing method that directly attributes all overhead and indirect costs to specific product and service. Here I have the example of ABC analysis for fried chicken business. So to make fried chicken, we need first is procurement and storage of ingredients, second is food preparation and cooking the fried chicken itself, and the third is packaging. We need to package the fried chicken to sell to customers, and then fourth is sales and marketing. We need to sell and market our product and also delivering to the customers, and the fifth is utilities and maintenance, and the last one is event or facility cost. In this example, I already put the numbers of the cost, total cost driver, what we drive for the activity. This I use the cost driver rate calculation proportions, and then the salary for our employee. Like here, I already put it 10% for procurement and also 60% for cooking. Yeah, we know if cooking is take a long time, so I already put it the numbers, and after we calculate the cost driver proportions, here we got 90,000 something for total cost proportions, and selling price is 25,000. And then we move to another material. This is a financial due diligence. Financial due diligence is an analysis of the company's financial statement of relevant financial information about the company. Here the key objective of financial due diligence, and the first is understanding financial performance. We assess historical and current financial results to evaluate profitability and growth trends. And the second is identify risk. We highlight financial risks such as financial dependencies, debt level, and also cash flows issues. And the third, validate financial data. We confirm the accuracy of financial statement and compliance with accounting standard. And the fourth is support valuations. We provide insight to determine and appropriate valuations of or deal structures. And the last is evaluate future potential. Analyze financial projection and assumptions to understand future performance. Next is strategic planning. Strategic planning is the process by which a company determines its long-term direction and goals to make decisions to allocate resources. Strategic planning is an important process to determine the future of the company. This process involves various internal and external factors such as environmental analysis, competitive analysis, and determination of the company vision and mission, and or we formulating strategy to achieve predetermined goals. And the next, balance scorecard. Balance scorecard is a performance measurement and strategic planning method that companies use to identify and improve internal business functions and external results. There are four perspectives in the balance scorecard. The first is financial, second is customers, third is internal process, and the last is learning and growth. Here I will just show you the example of the balance scorecard itself. So here the first is financial. Financial is focusing on the financial result of the organization to ensure that the strategy implemented deliver value to stakeholders. Here we have the target. or this example, we target to achieve monthly profit of 18 million something and then reduce fixed cost by 5 until 10% within a year and increasing revenue by 20% in the 6 months. We know here we have the metrics. The metrics is we use monthly net profit, profit margin proportions, decrease in the fixed cost, and then monthly sales growth. And then what to do to achieve the target? We monitor and reduce GMS. Example, we monitor price of rice for next month or future. So here in this, so if there is the change in price, company can prepare it. And then we negotiate rent and utility cost to reduce fixed cost, and then also launch promotions and opening or event, so increasing revenue by 20% in the 6 months. And then you can see in these pictures, customer perspective, internal perspective, learning and growth perspective. And here, the example, we improve employee satisfactions by 15%, and we do create incentive and recognize performance. Last is long-run decision for capital investment. What is long-run decision for capital investment? It's a company decision to invest its fund in the long-term asset in anticipations of an expected stream of benefits over several years. So here I would like to explain to you about the long-run decisions. Here we have decision tree. We have 3 alternatives. First is expand the business, second regular sales, and the third is saving. If we expand our business or we open our store in the second area, here we got the monthly revenue and annual revenue, and also regular sales. We have monthly revenue and annual revenue. Regular sales here, we just open one store like usual, and the third is saving or time deposit. If we saving our time deposit 5%, the monthly return is 313 something, and annually 3 million only. So after we calculate all of the alternative, the better to us to expand our business because they will more return to the company itself.
Thank you for watching.